My bet is one of the next big things are people, real people interacting with each other in real time, in person. My bet is that is one of the next big things. And we may talk about Mars and the universe, but the Earth's surface is pretty fascinating. So there are a lot of next big things right there. The next big thing is not always at the cutting edges of, say, I don't know, software, big data, biotech, nanotech, the obvious things, clean energy. There are some very big things, the next big things are what might be called the low ends of the spectrum, meaning you don't, I don't know, Jack Ma's e-commerce, he did create one of the next big things because he reimagined e-commerce for the Chinese market, and his approach is quite different from that of Jeff Bezos' Amazon.com. So the next big thing is not always in the rich countries or at the cutting edge of technology. The next big thing could be many places. Just like the next Google, which in hindsight we know is Facebook, was nothing to do with this. Facebook was not trying to build a better search engine. Similarly, the next Uber will be not about taxi cabs. The next Airbnb will not be about apartments. So the next big thing, you have to kind of let go of your paradigms and all these mental frameworks you have in mind. Otherwise, you miss out. And betting on the next big thing is where the big money is. A lot of pretty well-known VCs, they've missed out on Airbnb, Uber. They had the option to invest in the very first round and they missed out. And if they had invested, that would have given them a bigger return than everything else they have ever invested in, or something like that. So it was a pretty big miss. What happened? Why would they miss? Until that point, like everything that I invested in was software and information processing and data and all these things that we can't touch. But then Airbnb was dealing with this unsexy thing called apartments, couches in people's living rooms. Uber was dealing with taxi cabs. How unsexy is that? How old economy is that? And so people missed out. And by now, Airbnb and Uber are clear winners. They are big. They are two of the biggest tech companies out there. Everyone is always trying to figure out the next thing. What's the next big thing? Google was the next Microsoft. That's why Bill Gates tried to buy Google. And when he failed to buy Google, he retired. He figured his time is up. In hindsight, we know Facebook was the next Google, but Facebook did not become the next Google by trying to build a search engine. And Google did try to buy Facebook. Facebook has made a bunch of acquisitions like Instagram, its failed acquisition Snapchat. Zuckerberg bought Oculus Rift, the virtual reality headgear. That might or might not mean they were the next big things. They could be among the next big things, but there might be it's one clear next big thing. One of the guys trying to figure out the next big thing has been Elon Musk, and I think it's by now it's a lot of people feel he's the most exciting entrepreneur on the planet right now. I think that's true. I think that's a fair thing to say. And well, in the next big thing category, his thing is, we've been to the moon now, the next big thing is Mars. We go to Mars. And the next big thing after that is where we go everywhere, right?